Hi everybody, Maryann here, Revealing Light Tarot, Astrology and Spirituality. How are you? Wherever you are in the world when you're watching, huge shout out to you. Yes, I am happy. I am really happy. And why am I happy? Because justice is unfolding in front of us. For those that haven't heard, Donald Trump, the former president of the US, has now been indicted finally on January the 6th charges. Also want to just give a shout out to all my viewers and those that post comments. I said that even though, you might think, oh, Trump should have been charged with seditious conspiracy, don't worry. I'm not sure if he will. But what I do know is that Jack Smith, the special prosecutor, is approaching this like in layers. And I use the metaphor like an onion. He's peeling to reveal the layers, and he's just digging and digging until he gets to the central part of that onion. So by no means this won't be the last of the charges, particularly I feel in relation to the classified documents. I really do think there is the classic espionage. I shared it with foreign powers charge yet to come. I suggested yesterday that there was a monarch involved. I saw a crown with a centerpiece here, like just a band and then the centerpiece. And yeah, it was like some floral or something on it. But anyway, that the Saudis, of course, are a monarchy, and so that's likely what I was seeing. And I've talked about that before. The Live Golf tournament could have been instrumental. We won't go there today because I want to talk about January the 6th very quickly. Conspiracy to defraud, conspiracy to obstruct, conspiracy to prevent the rights of voters from moving ahead. So that was that Civil War era charge I saw. So yes, thumbs up. He's been charged under that old statute. I'm not going to go too far into it. Because if you want to read about it, if you want to look at it, you'll already be doing so. And if not, go and do so on any of the major channels. That's all they're talking about. And, why not? Why not talk about it? It's a huge day for democracy. I was going to start this reading. I just realised my microphone isn't plugged in, but never fear. This laptop has got an incredible microphone within it, but just to be sure, we'll put this one in. Where was I? Yeah, yes, the co-conspirators. Very interesting. Sidney Powell, yes, assert. John Eastman, yes, assert. Rudy Giuliani, yes, assert. Cheeseborough, which originally came up with this fake elector stuff. I haven't really looked too much into him. His name, of course, has been mentioned ever since January the 6th. Now, here's the intriguing bit, a political consultant who as yet hasn't been named. The big question is this Ginny Thomas? Now, remember, Eastman at one point clerked for Clarence Thomas. So, remember, I've always seen the heat being so aflame on Thomas that he steps down. And really, I don't want to hear anyone that says, oh, he'll never step down. I'm talking about a prediction. I'm not talking about now. So, the opinion, you can have your opinion, but remember that this isn't my opinion. I have seen a long time ago, a year and a half ago maybe, that Thomas leaves the Supreme Court. I hope to goodness I'm right. That's the thing with predictions. I'm either right or I'm not. I saw that January 6 charges were going to come, I thought, toward the end of last week. What I got instead was more new charges on the classified document, very serious new charges on the classified documents, which brings into play the Iranian document. And if you want to, which I think will be the basis of something in the future, more charges in the future. Remember the onion, Jack Smith and the onion. Now, you can go and look at my last reading. You see, I'm excited. I'm like, But anyway, I'm allowed to be. I've been reading on the evil person because he is evil. He's just, when I think of evil, I'm talking about nothing matters to Trump but money. That's how I see him, and he'll do pretty much anything to get money. And on that, I think there's some wire fraud charges coming eventually. I talked about Giuliani and debt, or something to do with Georgia and debt in my last reading. I can't remember what exactly came up, but it appears that Trump has paid $340,000 to Giuliani, I think, to when he was representing or on his to him in relation to the Georgia investigation. I wonder if that's what I was seeing. But I think that whole pack, I said very early on that wire fraud was a big one. I think that whole pack, there will ultimately be charges on that. Before I get to the reading, I know I'm jumping about a bit, but I know you like mysteries and I know you like to solve mysteries, and thank you to all the viewers who commented on the little stretch of corridor between Poland, which links Kaliningrad and an enclave of Russia, little tiny enclave where 1 million Russians live, to Belarus. And that's, I said there was, the Wagners were moving toward that. One of my viewers came forward last night with some very interesting information saying that is the route that Putin is likely to transport his grain, which he's giving for free in some instances, to Africa because he's pulled out of the Ukraine deal. It won't be enough for Africa, and he needs Africa because he needs the mineral wealth there. So we'll watch that space. That's for another reading. At one point early in the invasion, Poland basically, and I think it was Lithuania, tried to stop Russia from transporting anything through that. It's the Polish border owned by Poland to Kaliningrad, because that's also Russia's only warm water, or one of Russia's only, or must be only, warm water seaports in Kaliningrad. And that, of course, is where the Russian Navy is anchored. So very important strategic land route there. And I think Wagner is moving to stop efforts to prevent any transporting of grain or anything through that corridor. So we'll watch this space. But anyway, now on to today's reading that I didn't think I was going to read on, but here I am. The viewer who did a little onion emoji and then Jack Smith with a sword slaying the onion and then said Jack and the Onion. You gave me a really good laugh yesterday. Thank you very much. So Jack peeling away the onion. My goodness me. The Elliot Ness. The Elliot Ness of 2023. Well, that's what Jack Smith is. I just listened to him talk. When you want to get a corrupt, allegedly, or a corrupt, I'm just going to say it, ex-president, who do you call on? You call on a war criminal prosecutor. That's someone who prosecutes war crimes, war criminals. All right, so let's get started. Where will we go? Now, according to one of the questions from the media, as far as I know, the co-conspirators, I think there's 6 of them, have been named, only one defendant, Trump. They haven't been, that we know of, haven't been indicted yet, and this is the way Smith will work. They probably have received, I think Eastman has received a target letter. They've probably received those. We know that Powell is just like, I feel that Giuliani has cooperated or will cooperate in some way. I said somebody has flipped that Trump didn't expect, and that it's either family or like family. Giuliani's saying he didn't. I don't know. I think either he did or will, but he's named as a co-defendant, co-conspirator. The interesting one is the political consultant, and that's where we're going. I'm sorry to take so long to get here, but this is just a reflection of how over the moon I actually am. Because as I said, we've all got a stake in this, because we've all got a stake in democracy. Okay, so let's channel right down on this one. So in relation to Ginny Thomas, I thought that she would nut out some deal, and Thomas goes away. Let's see, who I'm just going to ask straight up. Is Ginny Thomas the political consultant? Is Ginny Thomas the political consultant? And I don't know why she hasn't been. Well, I guess there are many political consultants. These co-conspirators weren't named again. The Onion, Jack Smith peeling it away. But they've been identified by the detail that's in the indictment. So let's have a look at Ginny. Is she the political consultant? Is Ginny Thomas? There's a deep cavern that I'm seeing, and things are spilling down into that cavern, almost like they can't hold it back. There's a very, very flimsy wall there, and there's a massive water behind it, dark water, and it's coming toward me. Is Ginny Thomas the political consultant? So much corruption, isn't there? So we get the Nine of Wands, which is, I'm using the Rider-Waite decks, which is barriers and guardrails. And hey, that's all of us, isn't it? If there was a card that was all of us, it would be Nine of Rods in relation to this. Now we have 3 cups lost and 1 remaining, back to one's wall, back to the wall, and there's one cup remaining. Interesting set of cards. I think it underscores how grave this actually is. And then we get abuse of power as the foundation of this reading. Wow. No wonder the Nine of Wands came up. Now we have justice in the past. So remember Libra justice as a concrete, I'm going to say concrete ideal, as the universe's last say. Remember the South Node is in Libra. So we'll be visiting and revisiting justice now for the next 18 months. So we have the Queen of Swords in the sky. Interesting, planning, strategy, a woman. Then we have deals and contracts and the Two of Cups. Then we get the Moon in the here and now, things being hidden and things coming to the surface with the Chariot. It's on the move. What's coming to the surface in that murky pond? It's on the move. Magician, manipulation, manifestation in the hopes and fears. And we get the Queen of Wands as the outcome. 2 queens here. Illusion, delusion, and really poor choices. And then we get the Lovers, which is Trump's card, and Trump's card again. I'm going to say that if she's not the political consultant, she's certainly going to be involved in this in some way. But from those cards, she possibly could be. I think it is a woman under a delusion. This is the cult speaking here. And we also get 3 of Wands, the work, the World card, and the prosecutor. This is like an overseas interest as well. And a national security always is in the frame. I'm just going to ask for a clarification and then we'll go from there. Okay, so the Queen of Wands. I don't know, is Ginny a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo? somebody making poor choices. Why? Because they're pretty much a member of the cult. Show me the Queen of Wands. Is this a yes? Is this political consultant Ginny Thomas? Same things come out again. We get the work that was done, waiting for one ship to come in, and then we get the money. They are yes cards. Show me clearly. Is it Ginny? Is it Ginny? Ultimately, a deal is offered and walking away from what no longer serves her. And then we get earth energy, stability and security, and being able to continue, and, you know, decisions being made, weighing things up. She was definitely a member of the cult. I'm just going to say it possibly is her. Those cards show that in relation to this question. Yeah. Now, will she be charged or not? Or will she do the deal? She's certainly a co-conspirator. I don't think part of the deal will be keeping her name out of the media. Show me. No, it won't be part of the deal. Will Ginny Thomas, regardless if it's her or not, will Ginny Thomas do a deal? Empress card, woman. It's a woman, I think. Will she do a deal, please? Yes or no? Okay, so she's considering juggling the Empress card. High anxiety, wow. 10 of Pentacles in the past, you know, this is like this donor, big money, you know, like Harlan Crows of the world. And then we get Trump, the card for the lovers. She was so enamored, moving out of troubled waters, the Six of Pentacles, and there's the clarified by the Knight of Cups. There's the deal, and there she is at the bottom. So whether she is the political consultant, she will be caught up in this, and she will do a deal. Okay, Smith was asked why those co-conspirators haven't been charged, but I'm just going to say, will they? Have they or will they? Have any or will any of the co-conspirators be charged? Have they or will they, any of the co-conspirators, be charged? 2 came out, yes and yes and yes. Some will flip. And we get isolation. It's interesting. Remember, his methods, he'd be isolating some. We get the Lover's card, always the Lover's card and money. There are some who got paid, who basically took money for this. That will come out in the wire fraud as well. So here we see the onion again. I'm just going to say the onion. Okay, so one last pull because I've got to go. I got to go, man. But I couldn't resist this. One last pull. I want to see what Trump is thinking. We know, I'm not even going to read on what they're going to do. By the way, I said yesterday the GOP candidates were, 2 of them at least, were thinking of breaking with Trump. Pence appears to have done that this morning in a released statement. Again, it was just a question of timing. All right, Trump, how are you feeling? How are you feeling, Donald Trump? Whoa, lies. I'm going to lie. I'm going to tell hot lies now. Before I just told lies, now I'm going to tell hot lies. Yes, here we go. Right, the Sun card, the illumination of his lies. Here we are. He's pretty weary too. Now we get the high anxiety. Let's keep going. Got the Knight of Pentacles, so you know he's consistently going to keep raising this money, but the raising of the money is under question. Here we go. He's looking for skilled lawyers. Absolutely, he's calling in favors, and he's defending himself obviously. Against whom? He actually fears Jack Smith, and he's looking for overseas help. Something coming to fruition in time, and we have death. Ooh. Garland, Biden. Wow. The money is going to be a problem for Trump. It's going to become a problem. Basically the DOJ, through these cases, Trump is being bled dry, and at some point the money becomes a problem. Something comes to fruition in time, it's over. Is that a physical death? Well, we've talked about that before. That's all I've got for you. Hey, how exciting. How exciting. Bye for now.